Hey, what's up everybody? It's David with Tough Guys DIY, and on this episode we're going to be checking out this new solar-powered Coop door that we found on Amazon. We're going to go through an unboxing and an overview of the product that you're going to get, and I'm going to tell you what I think about it, especially does it work or not. So stay tuned for the whole video, and I'll see you after with some final thoughts. All right, so we've got this Smile Forest chicken coop opener from Amazon. I am not sponsored by this brand or anything like that. It's just one that we found on Amazon and it was inexpensive. And we're gonna see if it actually works. Now this is supposed to be solar powered. So there is the solar panel. Looks like they have some fasteners in here. So if you were attaching this to a wood coop, this is what you would want to use in order to do that. In our case, it's gonna be metal, but they may have to build a wood frame. So I'll hold on to these, and then these would be for sheetrock installation. I'm not really sure why you'd have sheetrock in your chicken coop, but maybe that's your thing. Looks like it is USB powered, so I'm guessing this goes from the solar panel into the coop. Here is that solar panel again, and I'm not really sure because this looks like it would go to the coop door to power it, so maybe that other cord is for if you didn't want to use this. So when you tighten this piece here, it actually tightens up the rigidity of the top section. So here is the actual coop door assembly. This piece here is the little cutouts where it pushes the door up, and it has kind of like a cogwheel in here that's gonna push it up or down. So a little different than a traditional kind that has the string. It looks like there's a weatherproofing strip here at the top, and then on the sides, these are rigid. Before first use, you're going to want to peel off the white silicone strip. So this is not weather stripping. They want you to peel this off. So it looks like it holds it in place while you are messing with it so that the door doesn't actually fall out. I'm going to go through the instructions and see what I can figure out. Obviously do this for yourself as well. All right, so here is the coop outside, and we have it on a couple of platforms. These are the old RV decks that we had at the old place we had the RV. But yeah, we wanted to get it elevated, and opening and closing the door on the front of it is a no-go. I want to have an automatic door. So what I'm thinking is I will cut a hole through down here on the bottom, which will allow the door to be there, and then we can tack up the solar panel and put it up on the top. That way it has power all the time. And again, we won't have to worry about opening this door every morning. They'll be able to just come out and go. And I did consider putting it on the front of the coop as well, on the door, but I don't want to do that because in the winter, I'm probably going to have to close up all this open mesh, or at least most of it, to allow them to stay a little bit warmer. So I didn't want to have to cut around the door later. So there we go. All right, so I have a little pad. I've got an oscillating tool with the blade. We're gonna try to cut through this R panel. It's not super thick. This actually lines up right on the ribs, so it couldn't really be a better situation here. So I'm gonna be able to screw it through there. I'm gonna drill some pilot holes in the corners so that I can stop the oscillating tool a little bit easier. Got the drill bit for that. I do like these Sharpie Pro markers, so shout out to them. They work pretty well and they write on just about anything. All right, I wanted to have this top section marked there so I know about how far up I need that to go. All right, this is our 8mm nut driver, and we've got our screws. These are the little self-tapping metal screws that have little gaskets. So these are made for our panel and they'll fit right through the sides so that we can get this thing secured. All right, so now we want to get the solar panel installed, and I'm going to use those same screws as before. Obviously don't need this super tight. Here we go. All right, I had to move it a little bit further up into the corner, and I got it on a little bit more of an angle so that we can catch those sweet sun rays and hopefully not be blocked too much by the shade of the tree. And then I've got this little magnetic loop here that keeps the cord up sort of out of the way. We have to do something better, but hopefully we can get them to figure out that that is the new door. And Honey already snuck in there. She did go through the door. She snuck in there right before I realized that she was going in. Okay, so here is the actual control panel. It's a little bit hard to see everything in the sunlight, so I'm kind of doing my best here, so bear with me. This 99% here is telling you how much sunlight you actually have shown. This is how much battery we have in there, which it's obviously fully charging with the solar panel. This is your current time here. It is in 24-hour time. You can see I have it set to open and close based on time. For me, I prefer that over this setting since we do have tree coverage here. So because of the tree, I may end up getting way too much shade than I would actually prefer, and it'll actually shut down. So again, I prefer to leave it on the mode where I just have it on the timer. Now I do adjust this obviously in the winter because if the sun goes down sooner, I want the coop door to close because the chickens will be in there earlier in the night. But yeah, that's the overview of the control panel. Not much to it actually, it's quite easy. The thing you want to be checking on is, are you getting the battery power from the solar? If you're not, then you need to make sure you have that sensor, or the solar panel rather, in a better place. So the new chicken door has been working out really well. We've had it running for about 30 days now actually, and I've had no issues. It hasn't frozen up or not worked or given us any grief. It's worked as advertised out here on the land. Now I'd still like to build a little bit better of a trim around this because like all the bedding from inside has kind of gotten trapped in the opening, but again, the door hasn't had any issues opening and closing. We haven't had any predators trying to get in it as far as I know. We do have a fence around the outside of this, but so far so good on this. And the little solar panel has also been good. No issues so far. It stayed safe and secure with storms. It hasn't become loose and like falling around or anything. And the little screws we used to secure it to the side of the coop have held up well.